Hello family, warmest welcome back to the Lovey Star channel. To my oldies and the new subscribers, I say thank you so much for coming back. And if you're new here, please do not forget to subscribe and join the family for amazing new videos every Wednesdays and Friday. By God's grace, we upload 2 times every week, so please do well to subscribe and join the family. Today family, we are making some fish and lamb light soup. If you love fish soup, please stay tuned. This is just for you. It is right. I'm spilling all the tea about it. Okay, let's do this. So family, for my ingredients, I do have some fresh tilapia which I have cleaned and washed with lime. Went for about 300 grams of the lamb shoulder, and here is my prekese and my adin. Please, the adin is homemade, which I have also shared the video of how I achieve it. Please check it out if you've not seen that yet. So family, for the veggies, I do have some tomatoes, fresh peppers, carrots, eggplant, and some onions. And these are the blendables, the famous ginger, garlic, and onions. Okay, and here I do have some salt as well and some tomato paste. So family, getting some garden eggs that like back home here in Europe can be very difficult and expensive as well, so I just replace it with some eggplants, or sometimes even I replace it with zucchini. So yes, these 2 ingredients works perfect for me, and yes, it's so easy for me to get as well. And I do not like to add any form of cubes. That is why I go ahead to add some carrots. Okay, so yes, doing these steps will make your soup taste just like back home. So after that, I just go ahead to put my meat in my pot together with my prekese and the fish. Yes, so my lamb that I use is really very soft, so I just go ahead to add the fish as well. And I don't want to add the fish later because it's going to be shocked. Like, I want it to also absorb all that good flavors that we have with our ginger, garlic, and everything. So I go ahead to add the base. All that you have to do is to be very gentle with it, and that's all. So I go ahead 3 teaspoonful of salt, and that is all the salt that I will need in my soup. And yes, after I have steamed it for 5 minutes, I can see that the tilapia is doing quite well, and I just go ahead to take it out gently. Please take it gently out, and we will put it back later. Right now it has absorbed all that good flavors that it has to get from the prekese and from the lamb and from the ginger and garlic and everything. So yes, I go ahead to set my tilapia aside and then introduce my tomato paste here. I use about 1 tablespoon and a quarter, just a little bit more, and then I just stir it and allow it to simmer. This is the flavor coming out right now. It's just magical. The prekese is everything. And yes, I go ahead to introduce my adin as well. Look at that homemade adin. You will never believe that I made this home. Please do well to check the video out and do same, because enquini adin dear, it is just everything. I mean, look at that smoked catfish. It is everything. And I just introduced it here because it's also hard, and all that other meat and fish that I'm using, it's really very soft. So I introduce it here so that I can get all the flavors that I want from it. Okay, so I allow it to cook for about 5 minutes, and yeah, go ahead to add my blended vegetables, which I cooked first. So I never throw the water that I boil with the vegetable with. I basically blended everything together, and yes, here we are, and it's amazing. Please be mindful of the amount of pepper that you're going to use when you're using adin in your soup. Yes, it can be very spicy. I don't know, anytime that I use adin in my soup, it becomes spicier. even if the same amount I use with a different soup without adin, when I use the adin, it becomes spicier. So family, if you know the reason why, please let me know. So yes, just be mindful of that, and that is all. Realize in this soup I never use any artificial cubes or whatsoever, Maggi cube, right, or anything here. It is the best way to have your soup. Please, I just really want you to try to replace your cubes, Maggi cubes, with carrots. You know, just take half carrot, not too much carrot too, just half of it, and you would testify that wow, what a flavor it. So you allow your soup to boil for 10 to 15 minutes, and now the meat, the adin, everything is really very tender, the way I really want it to be. So I just go ahead to add some of the garden eggs that I had. You can also use the eggplant if you want. It's just for garnishing, not really necessary. If you do not have it, it's fine. I just add one pepper extra for anyone who wants extra hotness in their mouth. And yes, I'm about to put my tilapia in now, but before that you should make sure that you lower your heat just so it doesn't break. Yes, I think that is the trickiest thing when it comes to fish lice soup. You want to enjoy the fish that you bought in full, like no breakage, nothing. So once you're able to do that, I think you are successful. That is the main goal. So once you've done that, mission accomplished. Yes. And now you want to also cook your soup on a low heat, just so it's really done almost, but you just want to allow your tilapia to also incorporate with the soup as a whole. Just allow it to slowly cook for 5 minutes, and yes, voila, your soup is done and it's about to go down. This is all happiness, seeing everything floating on top. And yes, I'm about to serve this with some fufu. Of course, my best part of the fish is the head. Yeah, I like everything head. If you take the fish head from me, I'm gonna have problems with you. Tilapia head is big in your soup. And look at my adin head, ready to be devoured. Amazing stuff. I'm just a happy girl right now. Sometimes it's really hard editing these videos because I have enjoyed this already, and editing this make my mouth so watery. I want the same soup again. It was so good. Look at that prekese, of course. So if you're watching this and you're having a hard time, just know that we are in two, okay? I am having a hard time too. This looks so good and so yummy it was. So I go ahead to serve the rest of the soup for those who do not eat fufu in the house. They are missing out, because man, that soup and fufu was so good. Really, fish lice soup can be paired with almost every type of swallow, but my favorite, however, is the fufu. Be paired with rice, or better still, sip on its own, and it's even better. Okay, so family, this brings us to the end of another great video. I hope it was helpful, and give your girl a thumbs up if you like it, and please subscribe if you're new here and join the happy family. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.